podcast, niggas. Yes, sir. It's my nigga P.A. Dre with that heat. As always. Welcome to the podcast, niggas. Pottersville podcast. I'm acting like I got 500 episodes in. You know what I mean? I like 5. But like, you know. Today, man, we're going to talk about one of the greatest rappers that ever lived on the planet Earth, man. That very few people know about, or not enough people know about. And that's a man by the name of $500,000. From out of Albany Projects in Brooklyn, New York, Crown Heights. Was affiliated with the firm. You heard him on tracks with AZ and other firm members. Nature, Ollie Vegas, all type of dudes. G-Rap, all type of niggas did classic songs with Son. He was an up-and-coming artist. He was on the underground, but he had a nice little amount of exposure. He was getting played on Clue. And at that time, that was like the biggest thing. He had beats from Just Blaze before Just Blaze really blew up. He was just overall, all around, very ridiculous, lyrical, one of the greatest lyricists that ever lived, man. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk about him, and I'm going to get into how I discovered $500,000 and, you know, what I learned from his music and how I feel about his passing and bunch of other stuff, man. But yeah, this is one of the rappers that really shaped and molded my career, like, you know what I mean, from listening to his music, from hearing the knowledge he was dropping, you know. Son was G.O.D. Some real deep shit Son used to be talking about. If you don't know who he is, after you finish listening to this podcast, I really suggest you go YouTube $500,000. You feel me? And some songs will pop up. He had 2 albums that were outstanding. And yeah, we're gonna get into it today, man. Son was definitely one of the best lyricists that ever lived, and there's a lot of controversy and weird mysteries and crazy shit surrounding Son's death. And you know, I took it hard, we all took it hard. One of the biggest disappointments in my life with this rap shit was $500,000 passing away. Like, hurts my goddamn heart every day when I think about Son and not knowing exactly why, you know, he allegedly took his own life. It just don't make sense. It don't add up, man. It don't make mathematical sense. Son was too nasty. I don't know, man, but we gonna talk about it today on the podcast. You heard? LAZ, Liggy Smalls, Pottersville, Brownsville, Brooklyn, Barcelona, Howard Projects. Then I rep another hood called Dykeman, 200 block, 10 Fab Mob, what up? All I'm gonna do is talk about real hip hop, man. Real hip hop issues, real hip hop shit. I'm gonna smoke my weed, you know, and I'm gonna play them Pottersville classics that you love and you miss and you wish you had, but you have them now when you have this podcast. So let's get into a little music, man. By yours truly. This is Fanatical Nigga.
Fanatical nigga.
That's right.
Fanatical nigga.
That's me.
Fanatical nigga. Born for the game. We all ain't the same, no. Fanatical nigga.
Yes, sir.
Fanatical nigga. Fanatical nigga, born for the game. Yeah, it's all for the name. Still living in this city, damn niggas kill Biggie, let a nigga hold 50. My dead thugs with me, picture me in silk robes, crunchy like milk bones, thugging while film rolls. Whole niggas still hoes. When you feel the rose, drive a rose, fill a rose, nigga get an iller glow. Feel me though, I grew up shot ducking, fucking on the rooftop, B-ville, new lots to the H. Case every sunrise, face with a gun fries. Spray if my son dies, bang at them fuck guys. May I touch pies, sling the machine guns. Daybreak fiend runs, work good, that hood turn label. Now my moms look good with the sable. Got cable, no YouTube. I don't gotta stab up and shoot dudes. Few pair new shoes, you dudes should hear me. Fanatical nigga. Fanatical nigga. Fanatical nigga, born for the game. We all ain't the same, no. Fanatical nigga. Fanatical nigga. Fanatical nigga, born for the game. It's all for the name. Hey yo, I do it for the hallways. Niggas up in Broadway, kids in the soil, kids living royal. We got numb cause they bung it all day here. Kids shouldn't stay here. Stay clear of the Satans. Hard times living in a basement. Wish to erase it, but we think it. Taste it like good weed. Hate it when my hood bleed. Niggas say a good deed never gets noticed. We wet toasters leave dudes in shock. And top brand shoes and socks. Who's Pac? That's me now. Hopping out the Benz, that's C now. Head all missing, lead all spitting. I'm not tripping, I'm just supreme. Spice hot mustard beam, I gleam, mean. Shouts to my Uncle Ralph Brownsville, fuck your couch, nigga. Fanatical nigga. Fanatical nigga. Fanatical nigga, born for the game. We all ain't the same, no. Fanatical nigga. Fanatical nigga. Fanatical nigga, born for the game. It's all for the name, yo.
DJ Dig, let me get at
Opium in a spot, man. St. Laz, Pottersville, new industry. Running things, my nigga. Doing shit how it need to be done, man. Street level. Hey yo, the ghetto was put together by the devil, trying to tear us all apart from a better life. You better fight for mandatory rights and be ready for the throwdown whenever it goes down. You gotta stand tall, you can't be falling for no ordinary trapdoors. Be on point, your brother man might give the order to the black dogs. So be careful who you consider fam for real, it's not a game, son. I gave my son a kiss on the face and told him it's all love. You gotta play the game like a Hall of Fame MVP. Reppin' Akudama blood, banging ABG. So for the most parts, I goes hard, hustling for my rap fame, running through the crack game. The last thing I wanna give him is another shot. Fuck that. Get your money on another block, PF Dome.
From the dumb, deaf, and blind, we were molded to gods. From the slums, death and crime, we were molded to stars.
We came up from the ghetto to the top of the charts. Nobody can do it better, I'm a Pottersville Dawn.
From the dumb, deaf, and blind, we were molded to gods. From the slums, death, and crime, we were molded to stars.
We came up from the ghetto to the top of the charts. Nobody can do it better, I'm a Pottersville Dawn.
Superb spitting 2006, firm edition. Bird flipping, 200,000 chickens served and pitching. My whole clique emerged, rolling up in whips, glowing piffin' furs, hitting curbs, glowing on the strip, knowing different words. Cubans bling, bluish rings, coops with the foolish wings. Jewish kings, lawyers, so I shoots with the hugest things. Sachi shades, poppy waves, sharp like them hockey blades. Watch me blaze shotties in the park, rockin' rocky chains. Get me started, I get retarded. press me like you Jet Li and get departed. It's a new wishful year when my niggas who officials fear crystal clear vodka mixed with liquors make the pistols cheer. Back to back, letter vents, faggots don't listen. We on the backs of black elephants with calico spitting. We all clap with the Maddox, blow your back our position. We all stack, let the addicts smell the crack in the kitchen. We all rap with a vicious flow. Mathematicians flipping that dough you couldn't add if you master addition. Make your jewels disappear like a mass magician. So make your moves disappear for your ass suspicion. From the dumb, deaf and blind, we were molded to gods. From the slums, death and crime, we were molded to stars.
We came up from the ghetto to the top of the charts. Nobody can do it better. I'm a Potter still Dawn.
Yeah, so that was LAZ with Fanatical Nigga and Pottersfield Dawns by Hangman and the boy Bucker, aka Bucker Loud, one of the dopest spitters that ever walked the earth. Both of my niggas, actually. But yeah, we back, man. And alright, the first time I heard $500,000, once again I was in the penitentiary. You gotta remember, I was locked up from like 9-3 to the summer of 9-9. You feel what I'm saying? So I was up north for a lot of music that was released in the 90s. I was locked up for the whole 90s, basically. And I really studied. I know a lot of y'all niggas was out in the streets living it and all of that, but I was basically in hip-hop school, because during my bid I studied a lot of hip-hop. I mean, I listened relentlessly, like to every word, to every bar, to every beat. I just studied albums, the greatest albums I could get my hands on. And I was a big AZ fan, of course, so I made sure I got my hands on that Pieces of a Man. And that's the first time I had $500,000. Others may have heard $500,000 before that because they was in the streets listening to mix shows and mixtapes and things of that nature. But I heard him on the Pieces of a Man album. And the song Love is Love. And when I heard that shit, my nigga, like, come on, son. Knowledge the green wallies. All I see. Come on, my mom hold math like caller ID. That line right there, I was like, whoa, whoa. Because I was like heavily into my lessons at the time. So when I heard son say my mom hold math like caller ID, math is degrees, lessons, that shit had me. I was like, who this nigga? And son just blacked the fuck out on that. Like, I tried to download the song, they wouldn't let me download it. I tried 100 times, so y'all just gonna have to YouTube it yourself. AZ, $500,000, Love is Love, one of the best songs ever. But son blacked out, AZ blacked out on that, but $500,000 spit like 32 bars or something crazy like that. And he just blacked the fuck out. And that right there, I'ma keep it real. Like, I used to rewind that song and write to the song. Like, I ain't have no beats, so I just had to write to the song and like try to black out. They verse in my head and just listen to the beat. And basically I absorbed a lot of Half and AZ. Like, my whole original style came from AZ. Like, I was so into AZ because I had that first album, that Do or Die. I had that shit when I was locked up too, and I was absorbing that shit crazy. You feel what I'm saying? But now the $500,000 album, I was in a jail called Hudson. And Hudson, once you've been in the jail for a long time, it's cottages. They call it cottages because the jail used to be a medium B, where it was like lax in security. But then when Pataki came in office, shit changed and they turned it into a regular medium A, and they was putting dudes like me in that shit, and we and my mans, and we was like a little bit too rough to be putting in like cottages and shit with one-man rooms. They was giving niggas one-man rooms. I had a one-man room, forget about it. We was in there smoking weed all day. You feel what I'm saying? So I used to put a lock on my door so that police couldn't even walk in my door. Like, we had lookouts anyway for when the police was coming. I had the sweetest fucking one-man room in the jail. You feel me? Corner spot. It was ridiculous, nigga. We do what we want in that room. So I used to just be in there with the doors closed, and just listening to that AZ album, absorbing that shit. And that $500,000 verse, that shit blew my wig off. I'm like, this nigga, who the fuck is this nigga right here spitting crazy bars like this? You feel what I'm saying? And I was on my way to about to go home. This was like 9-8. I came home in 9-9, like, so, I mean, maybe it might even been early 9-9. You feel what I'm saying? And I was listening to this nigga, and I'm like, yo, this nigga's fucking crazy. $500,000, who this nigga, like, know what I mean? So when I came to the streets, I came home looking for sunlight, you know what I mean? Like, who is this $500,000 nigga at? And sure enough, son had dropped a single, some niggas blood, some niggas crip. And I heard that shit on Clue one night. I'm like, yo, That's that nigga right there, $500,000. I said, yo, this nigga crazy, son. And my son Bucker's a mad Nas fan at the time. He was a Nas fanatic. I mean, to a point where son could literally quote every fucking verse Nas spit on like 4 albums. Like, you know what I mean? Like, son was a Nas encyclopedia, you know what I mean, at the time. And that's why my nigga Bucker is the closest thing I've ever heard to Nas thus far in this game. He really is. Bucker Loud. He's the closest nigga. Lyrically, a Virgo like Nas too. You understand what I'm saying? He the closest thing that ever came to son. Real talk, and that's a fact. Research my nigga Bucker Loud. The boy Bucker Pottersfield. You'll hear his bars, you'll be blown away. But anyway, one day we was outside and I said, son, did you ever hear $500,000? He was like, nah, son, who that? I said, son, listen to this shit, my nigga. And I let that nigga hear the love is love. So I said, when I was up north, I wrote 50 verses just listening to this song. I was so inspired by it, it made me write bars. Son heard that shit. The nigga Buck, I let Buck and Joe Dancer hear that shit. Them niggas heard that shit, my nigga. They was floored, like, oh shit, son, who this, son? I'm like, that's $500,000. He like, yo, my son Bucker was like, yo, that nigga might be nastier than Nas, son. I said, son, stop speaking blasphemy. But son is real retarded and he might be on Nas level. You feel me? He like, nah, son, I'm telling you, this nigga, I don't know, son, I gotta hear more from this nigga. So sure enough, son dropped the album. We had that album. Bucker was the first nigga with it. He came to my crib with that shit. Yo, I got that new Half album. I'm like, damn, where you get that shit? Yo, I got that shit from Music Hut, son. I told them niggas to order it for me. And he came, popped up with that shit. And Music Hut used to be a record store in Dykeman called Music Hut. That's where everybody got their hip-hop birth from in Dykeman. You feel me? So Bucker popped up with that. We popped that shit in. He was like, oh, this nigga crazy, son. He's listening to that nigga shit for a whole, whenever that shit came out, we was bumping that shit for like 4 or 5 months straight. That's all we was listening to is that nigga album. We ain't give a fuck about nothing else, you feel me? Like, yo, this nigga's the truth. I can't wait for this nigga to come in the game and destroy niggas. I'm like, yo, why? What's up with this nigga? Like, why Nas don't be putting this nigga on? Like, I don't know the personal relationships between people, you feel what I'm saying? But I'm like, why this nigga Nas don't be putting this nigga on albums and tracks? Like, I don't know. You feel me? Or why this nigga don't be, you feel me? Why mad niggas don't be shouting this nigga out and pushing this nigga and shit? Cause you know the firm had kind of like crumbled, like they kind of fell apart. You feel me? And did their own separate things. So I'm like, yo, I don't know. And then we got the news. Like, I got the news. I'm like, son, $500,000. We heard he had got killed. Then I heard some suicide shit. I'm like, nah, I don't know. And I was so absorbed with son music, the way he was spitting them bars. Like, I really thought son was in them streets slanging them up that motherfucking D heavy. You feel me? Cause son bars was just so crazy. Like, I was absorbed. Like, I really believed that nigga was a fucking moving that shit. Like, so when I heard that, I'm like, damn, I hope son ain't got caught up in the drug game. And then son was on some mad, know what I mean, fuck the police shit, talking that Illuminati shit, dropping them jewels that people be scared to drop on wax. And I started thinking of all type of conspiracy theories. Like, damn, I hope niggas ain't kill my son and make it seem like it was a suicide because he was talking about men in black prisons and, you understand what I'm saying? Psst. Aliens, some was talking about aliens and UFOs and all type of wild shit that niggas was scared to even speak about. And some was born in the science of that shit on them records. And I was thinking like, I can't see this nigga, I can't see son killing himself. He had too much knowledge of self. You feel me? Like, what could lead a dude with that much knowledge of self and that much talent to take his own life? Like, that's just, it just didn't add up. It ain't make mathematical sense to me. So when I told Bucker, I remember when I told Bucker, you know, Bucker's younger than me. When I told, I said, son, I heard $500,000 died. He was like, what? Nah, son, don't tell me that. I said, son, I don't know. Man, I heard you been saying rest in peace, $500,000 on the radio last night. Son, real talk, Bucker, that shit fucked him up for life to a point where son never recovered from that. Like, he idolized $500,000. So for him to die so quickly without getting his just due in the game and blowing up the way we pictured him to blow up, we knew it was a matter of time. You feel me? son was hurt and crying and fucked up over that shit, and I ain't see son for days. He ain't even come outside. I bumped into some pops. I'm like, oh, what's up with Johnny? Like, I mean, that's what son name. I'm like, what up with Buck? You feel me? He like, yo, that rapper that died, he won't even come out his room. Like, he took it real hard. Like, he won't even come out his room. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, come on, Half, man. Come on, bro. We was rooting for you so crazy. Like, we was out here like this. You was our revenge on the game. We was listening to Stretch. We was listening to Stretch Armstrong when son was on Hot 9, when son had that spot on Sunday. That's when hip-hop died, when they took Stretch off the radio. Real talk. That's when hip-hop died in New York City, when they took Stretch off the radio. You understand? And he had that Sunday spot. That was the last real hip-hop show. Besides K-Slay shit is mixed with the commercial market and the underground. But Stretch just was playing straight underground, Pretty Uglies and Major Figures and Half a Mills and Joel Ortiz's when his name was Quick. You feel what I'm saying? I was a fan of Quick too, Joel Ortiz. I'm like, this nigga spit death. You feel me? Because I was listening to all of that, bro. And when Half a Mil, when we found out son was dead, like, that shit just took a piece of us, man. Nigga, like, yanked a piece of our souls out of us. And it made us stronger as a group, because we just had no explanation for that. And we was big fans. Big Half a Mil fans. And that makes me say I would never give up. No matter if I'm 70 years old, I would never give up trying to make this music and do this shit, because if son really took his life because he was broke and fucked up, like they say, like he was getting jerked by labels and shit, you know, niggas don't really understand how these labels operate coming out the hood. You feel me? So if he was feeling like he was getting jerked and he ain't had no money, and I mean, I heard it was rumors that it was over his girl. I'm not sure what it was. I would love for somebody to tell me the real fucking deal. You understand what I'm saying? But if son was stressed, broke, and depressed, like I have been on so many occasions, and that's what made him take his life, that shit crushes me. And that's the reason why I would never stop. I would never stop going. Because I learned in this game, man, that even at your lowliest state, when you spit that fire and you try to go hard, no matter how fucked up you get and you start feeling like nobody know you and nobody respects you and nobody cares about what you do, there's always a dude out there, there's always people out there that are die-hard fans, that are rooting for you, that love your shit more than anybody, any other nigga shit. You feel me? And even if it's only a handful of them, you gotta keep going just for them. Just for them. Even if your audience is a handful of motherfuckers out there who love your shit, you gotta keep doing it, my nigga. Real talk, cause one of them niggas that's your fan might become a millionaire. And one of them niggas might holler at you like, yo, I'm a big fan, let's break some bread. And you get to come up off of one of your fans, or you feel me, just off of the love of hip hop that's out there for your music. Somebody helps you come up, so you can't never stop, my nigga. No matter how broke you get. You feel me? It's times I've been so motherfucking broke, nigga. Boy, I tell you, boy, you wouldn't even believe it, man. It's times me and that nigga Opium, nigga Hangman. It's times me and that nigga was standing on a dark corner in Castle Hill, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to sell our mixtape, nigga, to get $2-3 so we could get a large order of fries from Kennedy Fried and go home and eat that shit and split that shit, cause we ain't have shit, nigga. No food, no money, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? We had a bullshit ass basement apartment that we was running the studio out of, recording and shit. And there's times when we was making a little money, but it was times when we was broke as fuck. You feel me? Niggas was trying to hustle up 3 cash, nigga. There's niggas that hit me, that stopped on the street and just was like, yo, my nigga, real talk, I respect what y'all niggas doing. I feel for you. Here, whole 5'10", like, we had niggas like that was, you know what I mean? God sent niggas, like, cause we ain't have nothing, nigga. We was in the house hungry. You feel me? And this is at the time where I was blazing mixtapes and blazing the internet. I was on everything. All hip hop game, that piff, anything popping, I was popping on it. And believe me, I was fucked up, so keep that in mind. Sometimes your favorite artist is going through a serious struggle of his own. You feel me?
BK, $500,000, rest in peace. St. Laz, Pottersville, my nigga Opium, New Industry, Doug Floyd, Radio, what up? Hey yo, all I want is Cali, son. Stuck up in these 5 barrels since them Valley, son. Daddy, come clean, you don't wanna run things. You ain't sick of all the liquor and the slumpings. Yeah, we done things crazy. Don't think I'll never bust this 80, but now I want 80 mil. Say the Ville Laz, $1 million deal last. All gravy, that's some money I could build fast. Still mash if I gotta do a Dolomite. I'm still putting 20 carats on my overbite. Overnight, nigga, Maserati birdcage. Yacht manual kid, I'm on the 3rd page. Mermaids in a tank like P did. I got tracks that skateboard P did. Nigga NY Liggy, that kid'll go 10 times pliggy. The city last time to shine, it's the nines and Nielsen's.
On your headstone, my hood poverty time criminal fed zone. All of my folks die sucking on their own dick. Viacom, gorilla style, my general style. OP, kamikaze on a rap bitch. What you know about this original black prince? The black tints, black rims on the black bins. Backflip when I clap shit, fat bitch. That's him with the liberated black noose. Hangman, I be all over the track so loose. Crack loose, be the hood, black genocide. Pay a visit to the hood, your living is good. I'm a well-known con holding heavier arms. All of my thugs pop, you don't wanna buck shots. Slugs pop for the memory of Sean Bell. Fuck cops, my nigga, we tryna cuff stocks. Several yachts holler. Crazy nigga, the hangman.
Yeah,
St. Laz,
y'all niggas know what it is, man.
Radio.
Coast to coast mixtapes.
Yeah, nigga, St. Laz, Pottersville, a.k.a. Pac with a love dust. Rason, what up, my nigga? Surge death with that crack. Brooklyn. Ayo, gunplay, crack life, nigga, this is black life. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Ayo, state time, spray nines, nigga, I'ma take mines. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Ayo, gunplay, crack life, nigga, this is black life. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Ayo, fed time, lead time, niggas won't get mine. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Ayo, wake up in the AM, back to the mayhem. This is where they sprayed him. This is where he made $1 million, where we pray to villains. Worship drug pushers, guns like subwoofers loud when we cruise by. I seen crews die, crews make papers, even lose some weight sprayers. Dudes don't rest in peace, nothing less than G's. Straight money takers, house with 100 acres. Whole team Benz whipping to the pen sitting with 100 boys. Kids might come for yours, what you gonna do, nigga? I stay true, nigga. No fairy tales, better than them scary jails. This is why I fear nothing. If you hear some, it's a gun banging, leave a nigga lung hanging. City full of G's, killer. When I refill her, she gon' keep banging. Seen them in the streets, laying game, no replaying. Gun G, crack life, nigga, this is black life. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Hey yo, state time, spray nines, nigga, I'ma take mines. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Hey yo, gunplay, crack life, nigga, this is black life. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Hey yo, fed time, lead time, niggas won't get mine. How it feel to come from a city full of G's.
Deceased comrades who stood up for what they believe. Now they all gone and nothing left but vague memories. We all had dreams to seek something better in life. Something much more than wild shootouts and shooting dice. All of y'all up in the heavens above, looking down while your loved ones and friends remain trapped earthbound. Thugs sit around in circles schooling young dudes to y'all. Then I get stressed and smoke a El Dolo for y'all. Who would ever think y'all would leave here so fast? Only y'all mothers who want us, but we chose to pass. I still can't believe y'all niggas is gone, it's unreal. That there's a part of me that's out to make a nigga blood spill. Death is sickening, we all got it coming, it's unavoidable. When I try to block it out, I start thinking of you. Rest in peace to all the fallen G's. Gone but not forgotten, forever in the hearts of the real.
Hey yo, gunplay, crack life, nigga, this is black life. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Hey yo, state time, spray nines, nigga, I'ma take mines. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Hey yo, gunplay, crack life, nigga, this is black life. How it feel to come from a city full of G's. Hey yo, fed time, lead time, niggas won't get mine. How it feel to come from a city full of G's.
So yeah, man, $500,000 was definitely one of the best that ever did it. Listen to Thug Love. Listen to Some Niggas. One of my favorite songs he ever made in his life is this shit called Go On. You understand what I'm saying? That shit literally done made me break down in tears and cry listening to that shit after Sun passed. Like, Sun bars on that shit was so crazy, nigga. Go on, young man. That shit is crazy, bro. I think that's on his second album. I'm not sure, but you gotta listen to that song. And my favorite shit is that Thug Love shit. You know what I mean? To all my niggas who got lost in the ghetto and they ain't never coming back. Thug Love. That shit is bone shaking. Sends chills up your spine when you hear that shit. Listen to that Thug Love shit, nigga. You gonna get chills up your spine. Smoke some weed. Get nice and high for some good shit. Turn that shit up loud and listen to Thug Love, my nigga. And you gonna understand who $500,000 was, my nigga. That nigga was a fucking prophet on the low. He might have not even knew it. You feel me? But that nigga was just on another level, son. He was on some governmental, you feel me? Know what I mean? Government conspiracy. Know what I mean? Black man is God. Motherfucking thug, futuristic gangster shit. You feel me? On some metaphysical gangster shit. Like, that nigga was just, his style was on some other shit, my nigga. And if you listen to Pottersfield, you will hear that we absorbed a lot of that. You feel what I'm saying? Cause that shit was dope. One of the dopest lines Son ever said in his life was, quiet money, keep our mouth shut like Freemasons. When I heard that line, I was like, woohoo! This nigga is a fucking problem, nigga. On that mic now. Real talk. That nigga was spitting that shit, nigga. He was before his time. Spitting that gang shit, Bloods and Crips shit in New York way before his time. Know what I mean? Like, that nigga was on it, nigga. And he was from one of the worst projects in New York City, Albany Projects. That shit is a war zone. You feel me? That's hell on earth out there. That's one of the most terrible projects in the country. You feel me? With a deep, dark history that's related to the history of my projects, Howard, with Boo Bear and all of that. So, you know, I know where Son come from. You feel what I'm saying? You put that fucking work in. I'm mad that he ain't get a chance to fucking blow, nigga. I'm mad that he ain't get a chance to destroy niggas on this lyrical shit. I'm mad I don't get to hear no new $500,000 music. I'm mad, nigga. And I'ma stay mad for life, nigga. And every time I hear $500,000, I'ma be mad. Cause he ain't get his shot, man. And that's fucking scary. When you that fucking nice and you ain't get no shot to blow crazy, nigga. Everybody know. I bet you if you sit any of these top legends in the game down and ask them, how you feel about $500,000? Just drop my phone. Got the fake OtterBox that should be holding it down. But like, yo, real talk. Ask any nigga. Be like, yo, ask Nas. Just I want somebody to just ask Nas, like, how did you feel about $500,000's bars? And Nas will tell you, like, that nigga was a fucking beast. You feel me? And I always wonder why Nas ain't fuck with $500,000. Like, there had to be something that, you know what I mean? I want to know, like, you feel what I'm saying? Why them niggas ain't putting too much more work? Like, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? But $500,000 is one of the greatest. Please go on YouTube, put in $500,000, the real $500,000. You feel me? Brooklyn, put $500,000 Brooklyn. That's all you gotta do. You know what I mean? All type of tracks gonna come out. The old school station on satellite radio, they need to get a $500,000 song in rotation. Get that Some Niggas in rotation. Know what I mean? Or Fires in Hell, produced by Just Blaze. Get one of those in rotation, cause he deserve it. The reason why I got this PA Dre beat bumping in the background is because $500,000, he love that black exploitation sound. You feel me? Like that shit that just sound like it come from the 50s to the 70s, like that whole black exploitation pimp shit, like mostly that 70s music. That nigga loved that shit, I mean, that's the type of shit he sampled, type of shit he fucked with. His producer, Alibaba, that was his like main producer. And basically, you know what I mean? That's why I got this shit bumping, because someone will probably spit some serious bars to this beat right here. You feel me? I can hear half on this. Like, just think about that. Just hold on. Just let this beat rock for 1 second. And just think about $500,000 blacking out on this. You know he be talking that slick pimp shit, man. That guard body pimp shit. Real talk. That fucking drug lord Brooklyn high science dominant black mind alien species hip hop, man. You know how he would have killed this shit right here. Imagine. You know how that nigga rhyme. You know how he flipped them bars. That nigga be fucking eating food on this beat. I'm telling you, man, we got jerked, my niggas. We got jerked. The hood, the ghetto jerked us. From a dawn, from a king that would have reigned supreme for a period of time in this game. Who would have taught us shit and educated us and, you know what I mean, gave us knowledge of self and all of that through that music, my nigga. Because that nigga was a product of that Nas mixed with Wu-Tang and AZ. He was a product of that. You feel me? Imagine you took Ray and Ghost, mixed them with Nas, AZ, and Capone and Noriega, Mobb Deep, and stirred them niggas around in a stew. And froze that shit, know what I mean? And concentrated it into blocks. That's what $500,000 was, a concentrated block of that stew. You feel me? And there's chunks of that stew spread around this country. And it's a rare motherfucking recipe that only a few niggas got, and I'm one of them niggas. You feel me? So it hurts my heart that we lost that nigga so young and we didn't get a chance to see his full potential. That was his beginning stages. Imagine what the fuck he would be spitting in 2018. Or imagine what he would have been spitting in 2008, 10. We got jerked, hip-hop. And if you never heard of $500,000, you better go run and get both of those albums. And you better listen to both of them shits. You better absorb them shits. You better Google his fucking freestyles. And you better listen to them shits if you say you hip-hop and you love New York and East Coast rap. You better find out who that nigga is, boy. And you better listen to that nigga albums. And you better drive that car and listen to that whole fucking album on YouTube before you show your face around these parts again. Cause that nigga is one of the goats. That nigga's the fucking lost goat. That's what we gonna start calling that nigga, the lost goat. $500,000, the lost goat. Real talk, a DJ need to drop a mixtape. $500,000, the lost goat. Put 10,000 of their own money behind that. I'm type of nigga, I get rich, nigga. I'll put a fucking mixtape of that nigga best shit out and put that shit on that piff and put 10 racks of my own money on that shit so that shit take over the whole fucking underground rap game and the whole commercial market too. Real talk. And I'll get a proceeds to his fucking kids and family.